Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Friday night, and we are live and in effect as I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device. Hope everybody is doing well and has had a good week so far. Yes, indeed, we are here live and ready to not rock and roll. We're going to jazz it this time, just slightly. Or death metal it, one of the two, whichever comes first, whichever one is more intense. We're expecting some scammers to call us, so we'll see how that plays out. But I appreciate you guys being with me here tonight as we now peruse through some of the comments, see what people are saying here. Welcome, one and all. By the way, greetings to Andon Andreev is here, Dennis Niemeyer is here, Carrie Tarrant is here. Welcome, good to see Zephiel, Joking Ghost. Niels Han Dynasty was first tonight. And by the way, HVAC Residential Basics is here, and he is in his car, hands-free. Of course, whenever he says hands-free, I immediately think of him driving with his hands not on the 10 and 2 o'clock positions. But I know what he means by it, but it's a funny little thing there. Good to see Steve C. is here. Welcome. Good to see you guys. All right, we have Tyler, the man. Or Tyler Methan here says this, silver and gold is for buying and putting away for 10 to 20 years minimum. The only people who bitch about silver and gold are those that bought it at the top. All YouTube channels are just shilling some sponsor from here on out. That are trying to drive business to their selling spot. The only people I knock are the brainless who send things to millionaires. Well, you covered a lot of different topics there. You're exactly right. They are for buying and holding. And there's a time to buy and a time not to buy. I am sponsored by a bullion dealer, but I'm not a shill. It's part of the contract that I not be a shill. And the good thing about it is that's the one beautiful thing about it is I'm not pressured into pressuring you, because that doesn't serve either of our needs. That's for sure. And I think that's a brilliant strategy. I think in some ways, there's a time to buy and a time not to buy. I will never tell you that you should be buying at this specific point in time. I think it's a good idea to dollar cost average to buy on the dips, but really it's up to you and your budget. I don't get any kickbacks from telling you to buy silver from anyone, including my sponsor, at any given point in time. So there is that. But you're exactly right. Silver and gold is for buying and putting away for a long period of time. 10 to 20 years sounds about right to me. Paul Sargent is here. Master Blaster is here. Good to see Bob K. Welcome, one and all. And John Williams says, Mali's government is now ruled by military authorities. Yes, it is not a very stable government over there. This video was very controversial when I put it out. Some people say it's clickbait, and they didn't confiscate the gold because they were just collecting a debt. Well, that's confiscation, folks. I hate to break it to you, but that's a definition. That is the definition of confiscation. No matter how you justify it, if you go into somebody's home or place of business or wherever and take something, whether it's legal or justified or not, it is confiscation. Confiscation is not always a bad thing, by the way. But in this case, I think it was bad. But I think it's because they didn't like what I was talking about. Some people project, and they get offended by something I say, and then find something else to pick apart because they can't win the argument on the merits of what I presented. So they find something else to gripe about. It's crazy. Because I think that's what's happening here. And Joe Harvey says, Mally needs a new accountant. Exactly. And most of you all got what I was talking about in this video. But anyways, yes, indeed. All right. Mario Luigi says, silver is one of the worst investments in history. Look at the charts compared to anything else. Well, okay, Mario, let's see. What is still around? Silver. What's not still around that was a worse investment than silver? Enron. Let's see. WorldCom. Let's see here. Toys R Us. I can think of a whole lot of different stocks that are no longer around, or businesses that are no longer around, where that wasn't a very good investment. There's a heck of a lot of investments. And by the way, the reason why silver is not a good investment is because it should not be viewed as an investment. That's not what silver is there for. For the most part, you should be buying it as a hedge, not as an investment. All right. All right. Zephiel says, sell, sell, sell. That's what Summit Metals is always calling me about. Well, they are buying. They will buy from you. They do have buyback prices. Let's see here. If we click, I think they have it here. Let's say you want to buy this Asahi 1 ounce Buffalo round here. Let's see. There's their buyback price. That's pretty cool. That shows you the spread. They're buying. These are the spreads that really matter if you're going to be buying from a company, right? The buyback, the bid price, or their sell price and their buyback price, which is just below spot. Well, it's a back of spot to some degree, probably because they're getting a lot of people selling too, even though they're an online dealer. But yeah, that is a good point, Zephiel. Yeah, they're probably buying too. Lehman Brothers are trying Master Blast. You can probably think of a whole lot of things that aren't around that you can invest in for sure. All right. Yep, there you go. Exactly. DNR is not about the drama. I mean, not some. And I tell you what, here's another thing too. Somebody was like saying, you've been wrong about most everything. And I responded and said, well, you just now responding back because you haven't answered 30 of my questions. And the thing is I pay fairly close attention to the comments. And there may be some questions I missed from some people, but I don't doubt very seriously I missed 30 of his questions. And he just did that just to get attention. But anyways, Cybercurrent Twitcher, I have enough silver to make a 6-foot hedge out of it. There you go. Now that is a good amount of silver. You can literally make a hedge between your neighbor and yourself. You put a hedge up. Just trim the hedges, right, CCT? RJ is here. Good to see RJ. Michael K is here. Hope you're doing well, Michael. How is Donna doing? I hope is she still in the hospital? Let's see here. And Tom Larson is here. Good to see you, Tom. Always appreciate you. Richard Metcalf and John Knox is with us as well tonight. Now let's get up to some of these other comments. We've got this from Prospector James. I'm going to roll the dice and not stack for the next month because I think everything will settle after Trump 30 days in office and people realize the world is still spinning. Combined with an end to the Gaza war in the same time frame, and you will see $2,500 gold again. Prospector James Marshall, that is brilliant. You very well could be right. Maybe now is not the time to buy. There you go. And he is rolling the dice on it because you never know. I do think we might see prices subside or pull back a little bit. So maybe that's a good move. Cemetery Shop, welcome Cemetery Shop. Good to see you. Ibji is here. David Parrish is here saying good evening. Still in hospital, but better. Well, good. She's stable and doing better in the hospital. I pray for the day when she gets out and everything's fine. There's Prospector James Marshall is here. Brilliant comment. This is great, James Marshall. That's excellent advice. I mean, well, do your own due diligence. But yes, there's a time not to buy, and this is a perfect logic for not buying. Patience is key, folks. That's for sure. Yes, and sometimes strategy works out where you're just am not buying for a while. Richard Metcalf says, it's a wild world, stacked out protection, gold, silver, and guns. There you go. Exactly right. Well said, Richard Metcalf. 40 push-ups. All right, really cold. 3991. I'm still waiting to collect a debt from a bet I made with Pakistani Zindagood. Still waiting for it. But anyways, yes, indeed. Let's see here. Troy Nelson, Sal, what refreshing info. Nice you aren't pushing UFD. No, thank you, Troy Nelson. I don't know what UFD is, but thank you, my friend. Let's see here. Jay Garza is here. Welcome, Jay. And Michael Phillips is here as well. Would you do a full audiobook reading the Old Testament with some slurping thrown in? And if so, how much? Well, Kevin Maurer, it's funny you say that because I have a friend who's got a much better voice than I do. And he does audiobooks. And he is now contracted, and I need to get the deets on that. That's short for details for those of you in Rio Linda, where he is recording words for use for AI. So in other words, you can take the words and make AI and make them say anything you want. It's crazy. Yes, UFD. Okay, now I get it. Yes. Apparently that's his own creation, and he's made a big bank on it. But I think I'll pass on it. I think the name is really what got it. Harry Carpenter is here. Good to see you. And over here it says, I believe gold is reasonably priced. My objective is to get more money out of my savings accounts. I don't trust the banks. They are insolvent. Yes. Yes, indeed. Austrian Stacker is here. Welcome, Austrian Stacker. Good to see you. By the way, he's got a great channel. Check him out. He's from, you'll never guess where he's from. Let me give you a hint. It starts with an os and ends with a trian. That's Austria. He's from Austria, in case you didn't know. And he's a great guy, awesome member of the community. Check him out. All right. All right, yes, indeed. I don't know where you could sell those. Good luck trying to find out. Over here it says, the only silver I would purchase right now is the 2025 American Eagles, just that I have some in 2025 in case spot price spikes or premium. Handful of 2025 will be fine. Hold some DCA and give some. And by the way, going back to Prospector James Marshall's comment, because this is one reason why it's brilliant. Because when you dollar cost average, that means you buy pretty consistently. And there's very few exceptions where you don't buy, and there is actually risk in not buying too, for your dollar cost averaging, just in case the price goes up. But he's making a bet that it'll probably go down, and I think he's probably right here, at least a couple of months or a month or so into Trump's presidency. But he's saying roll the dice, so he's taking a chance here, and that's he understands that. Very good. All right, we have Dean R, 1963. We love Dean. He's awesome. And he's here with us tonight. And B. Taylor is here. Thank you, B. Taylor. So signed up for gold silver swap the other day. Interested to see what's coming. I think many people are tapped out financially. And the more recent stackers are selling because they thought they were going to make a quick buck. You're right. I think you're right. And I think what gold silver swap may serve to do, what I'm going to probably use it for, is sell off some proof sets and some higher premium stuff that I would have a hard time selling elsewhere. And with the low cost to do business there, it's a good place. So I think you're exactly right. And thank you so much. Mr. Dreams, been a long time. Good to see you. Doesn't hit suddenly $3,000. It takes time. It does take time. But I think we're going to get there. But it may not be this year. But we'll see here. And thank you to Cybercurrent Twitcher for posting a link to Austrian Stacker's channel. Appreciate that. Chuckles is with us. And B. Taylor, by the way, B. Taylor, I did get your email, and thank you for that. It was more generalized about mining with gold and silver as a part of it, but But thank you so much for sending that to me. Appreciate that very, very much. F37 Metal is here with us. Good to see F37 Metal and Dennis Niemeyer, and good to see Lessa Anderson. All right. Yes, indeed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And let's see here. Yeah, goldsilverswap.com. Right now, it's in the beginning stages of it. And if you sign up, you can get exclusive access or beginning access and a little bit of some better support and that type of thing, and get announcements when it comes ready. And JM Unleashed is here. Welcome, JM Unleashed, the one and the only JM Unleashed. Good to see you, my friend. Speaking of F37 Metal, since I mentioned it before from this morning's video, he says this. Great video and awesome info, plus smashing silver showcase. Thank you, sir. My only answer to everything that's happening right now, keep stacking gold and silver, and don't those diamond hands. Everyone who already sold most of all their gold and silver will be kicking themselves when gold and silver are revalued here shortly. Yes, you have to hold on. Have those diamond hands. Hang in there. Things are going to be good with gold and silver. And by good, I mean it's going to preserve your wealth. Michael Phillip is here. Love those crossed swords. That's pretty cool. Yes, indeed. All right. And let's see here. As we slurp our way through this broadcast, we are expecting some scammers to call tonight. One was supposed to call right at 6. And the other is supposed to call us at 6:15, but no luck, they're going to stand me up because, well, they're scammers. That's why you can never trust their word because they're scammers. All right. Richard Metcalf, thanks, Al. My go-to morning channel. Always informative and real. It's getting harder to find reliable information on YouTube. Gambling channels and hype are taking over. Well, thank you, Richard. I'm going to respond to that more in kind in a moment. We do have a scammer. Let's take this call. Hello?
Hello? Hey, Richard?
Yeah?
Hey, Richard, this is Joe from South Shore. How's your day going?
Joe, my day is doing great. Thank you. I appreciate you calling back. I know you kind of left me high and dry last time, but no, we're good now. Thank you. Yes, indeed. You having a good day?
Well, yeah, absolutely. My Friday's always going great.
Yes, I
I
love to
just
hear that. I like to
wanted
hear that because when you're having a good day and I'm having a good day, that means we can probably extend the small talk a little longer. Because if we do small talk long enough, it becomes large talk. You know what I mean?
No, I like to go straight for the shit. You have, is anything going bad in your life? Or,
Well,
anything you want to share with me? I could definitely help you out a little bit. People like to call me a therapist.
I am in the municipal waste business, so when you say go straight to the fecal matter, that's what I do for a living. I'm in municipal waste.
I love to hear it.
So I need a loan. I need a loan from.
That,
I need a loan for my municipal waste business because I have a new invention that I'm going to be using, and I hope this call is not being recorded for quality assurance because this is top secret stuff I'm going to be sharing with you right now.
Gotcha. No, the phone call is not being recorded.
Okay. All right. Would you like to know what it is? What we're going to be using the money for?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd also like to know what's the specific name of your business?
Negan Enterprises. Negan.
Understood.
Right. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So waste disposal.
Well, yeah, specifically municipal waste disposal. So here is what's going to be needed. So what happens is we provide services for local governments, specifically small towns. We're going to start this. And for any kind of municipal waste that goes through the sewage system, there's a chance that some of that stuff could seep through. And it can be some real big problems. So what we do is we interject on the meter level by manholes, and we inject into it a solution that coats the inner linings of the terracotta pipes with a silver compound that whenever the fecal matter comes through the pipes, it will purify the poopy, okay? Say that with me. Purify the poopy. All right?
Okay, all right. I
Yeah.
won't say it, but yeah.
Well, you haven't said it yet. I want you to, because I want to make sure this sinks in with you. Pun intended on that, okay?
Yeah. Purifying the poopy.
No, it's Purify the Poopy, because that's the name of the product, okay? It's called Purify the Poopy. We're going to get the domain and everything. It's going to be, and the merch is going to be hot. I'm telling you right now.
I mean, that's a great name.
Yeah, that's what she said. So anyway, so we want to get this thing rolling. We need to get the silver. And right now, the silver market had its usual Friday night smackdown. Yes, indeed. It was a Friday night smackdown of the precious metals markets, and silver's been affected by it. So right now, on this weekend before the big old Martin Luther King Day, which is a federal holiday, silver is trading at $30.41. And there's fear of tariffs coming that could affect the silver market. So we want to try to get in quickly on this son of a biscuit and get that silver locked and loaded. I need a couple of contracts. These are contracts from the the 5,000 ounce bar contracts. 5,000. So we about 3 of those. So we need to accumulate a bunch of silver for this. So can you help a brother out with this?
Yeah, I think we could. I think we could do something without a doubt. I see here in my notes that you have a 700 credit score.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But real quickly here, what's your opinion on the nomination of Scott Bessent to Treasury Secretary?
Honestly, I don't pay attention to anything that has any involvement with the government.
Okay,
like
well,
that.
let me tell you my
pay attention to the rates.
Let me tell you what my opinion is on it, because I think he's going to be good because he is actually a gold guy. Scott Bessent is actually a pro-gold guy, and not that means that he's going to push us to a gold standard, but he believes in less government and to keep things rolling. And I think he also wants to reform the IRS. And so I think that might be a good thing to see, and I think he also wants to have the Federal Reserve be less influential on the economy and interest rates. And right now they're losing control of interest rates right now, and because the bond rate's gone up big time, and it's been pretty bad. And also, mortgage interest rates are going back up again, even though the Fed lowered interest rates last time a full percentage point, and then a quarter point. So here we are. So we want to get, if we're going to do this loan, I want to keep the interest rates as low as possible, and because I'm going to need this, because we want to make sure we coat the poopy with the silver. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
We want to coat the crap with the silver.
Okay, so basically you're looking for the most amount at the lowest possible percentage?
Yes, that's exactly right. If I can get five contracts, that's 25,000 ounces of silver, I think. Maybe that's a little bit. Let's do 3 contracts. So 3 times 5 is 15,000 ounces. I can get 15,000 ounces. Okay? So can we make that happen? And if you could go ahead and deliver that on a Brinks truck, that would be perfect. That will cut out the middleman. We'll just bring that stuff over here. We'll get it worked up in the mix, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we can try to figure that out, but
do you have it? I mean, you could get some drone. You could have it delivered by drones, maybe, but you'd have to get a pretty beefy drone. You could probably use 1 drone per 1,000 ounce bar and drop it by. Would that work?
Yeah, as if it would even be able to pick that up.
And whatever you do in all of this, whatever you do not shock the monkey. Don't shock the monkey if you were to make this thing happen, you know. No talking head song or anything like that, you know.
No, I'm just going to tell you exactly right now what I think you'll qualify for. I mean, would you claim on the tax returns for the business for the year 23?
I've never claimed of anything more than I wasn't. I'm just an average Joe here, you know what I'm saying? Even though my name's not Joe at all, but I'm just fairly average. So I don't make many claims to myself. I'm not in the mining business either, so I can't make any claim on a deposit or exploration mining or any of that stuff. So, and I've also have not filed any insurance claims in the past 3 years either.
Okay, that's great. That's great to hear.
Thank you. I appreciate you recognizing that. Thank you.
So realistically, how much do you do a month in revenue?
Yeah, okay, so there's 2 different. You want me to be realistic, or can we go into fantasy land for a little bit? Can we go into fantasy land first? That's much more fun than being realistic.
Sure. Let's go to fantasy land.
Let's pretend I'm making $700 million a month. I think that would be kind of cool. Can you imagine? I could probably fund the next SpaceX launch if I had that kind of money.
No.
Or let's say if I was the richest.
Supply for a day.
A supply for a day. Okay. Dang it. Well, the cost of rocket fuel's really gone up in recent weeks. Yeah. Dang it. I should have dreamed bigger. My fantasy should go even larger than that. You know what I mean? Maybe imagine if I was the richest individual in the world, not just business, but if myself was, then I probably wouldn't need a loan from your business, would I?
No, you'd probably be loaning everybody else.
I'd be loaning everybody else money. So there we go. So that kind of cuts out all of the middlemen and everything else. I mean, in the minute men and the hour men and the half hour men, and you know what I'm saying? It would just be something. Or the 33-minute men, or the half hour, the quarter past men, or the, or whatever, what have you.
What are you smoking over there, bro? I need some of that.
Well, this is coffee I'm drinking.
Fantasyland?
Yeah, Fantasyland.
Coffee?
I learned it all from Fantasy Island. Yeah. And once I found the plane, I was all set. You know what I'm saying? Once I found the plane, I was completely in the. I was on a roll. We were getting with it. We're getting jiggly with it. All right. So we can get this loan. Can we make this thing happen? Does that give you all?
Well, we haven't even discussed anything realistically.
Oh, okay. I forgot about the realism. Okay, let's get back to the realism. Okay, go ahead. All right. You want to? So what? Okay, I'm full of answers. You shoot the questions. I give the answers. Let's make it like a lightning round. Okay.
Okay. What do you do a month in revenue?
What do I do a month in revenue? I earn money.
Yeah.
That's what revenue is. It's earning money. I do that every month.
Yes. How much?
How much? $7.33 per month. That's on the dot every single month. $7.33. That's revenue. That's free and clear. That's after taxes, by the way. Make sure you calculate that in there.
Alright, Rich, I can tell you're just shooting the shit right now. And,
No. It's not about shooting it. We're coding the poopy. We're coding. Remember, it's, what's the saying?
Yo. The saying is, thank you for wasting my time.
No. And that's not it. That's not it. Now I forgot the saying. It's a cover the poopy. It's a, dang it. What is it? Spray.
No, that wasn't it.
Coat the poop.
Listen. If you're gonna make up such an elaborate story, you gotta stick to it, dude. You know what I mean? You can't just.
Well, the silver will stick to the crap,
and then think you gotta go back.
The silver's going to stick to the fecal matter. That's what's going. It's going. Oh, purify the poopy. That's it. Yeah. Now I got it. It's purify the poopy. That's it. Yep.
How many ounces of silver again?
I guess I'm going to need 3 contracts, so it's 15,000 ounces of silver. I know that because I know what a contract is, so I can make that work.
Right. So, real quick, what's your EIN number?
It's the EIEIO number, and it's on the old McDonald's farm.
It's back on the farm?
It's back on the farm, yeah. So it's not in my handy at the moment in time, yeah.
Well, listen, as soon as you go back there and grab it for me, give me a call back, okay? Rich?
I will do, okay.
You have a good night, okay?
All right,
Enjoy your weekend.
All right, you too. Thank you, sir. All right, bye-bye. Oh, man. Okay, let's see here. All right. So we're looking at the markets here. We need to get back to the comments. You guys are great. Thank you. And by the way, I hope I answered Jay Garza's question in the midst of that scam call. Thank you so much, Jay Garza, for the $5 super chat. So I hope you got a kick out of that. I hope I didn't offend you answering that question there. But thank you, Jay Garza. I think he's good. What's your thoughts on him? So thank you, Jay, for your patience and understanding on that. Thank you very, very much, and great question. And by the way, if anybody does have a question, burning question, I will even try to answer it within a scam call. If you actually, I'll see it very quickly through a little super chat. But good to see you. 79 is here. Good to see you. C. Shankin. Trent Schaefer is here. The Florida Goldbacks have been released. I have one that I got graded for somebody some business owner started accepting them because I heard about them on this channel. So the Goldback people sent me a 70 graded limited early release Florida Goldback. It's pretty cool. I would love to get the full set, but it would cost me about $1,000 to get it. But yeah, I don't know. He lasted for a while, didn't he? It's crazy. All right. Where are we at? Let's see here. We've got KT Pickup Kitchen is okay, sheep elephant thank you. All right, showing the elephant on this one. Okay, yes, that's right. I did show the high relief elephant there. Thank you so much. And Mario Luigi also. And hello, Mike. Good to see Snakebite is here. Cemetery Shop is here. China has such a huge deficit, and India is charging premiums, yet there in the States you can buy 10,000 ounces at a time. Right, sure, buddy. Don't you think these countries would have bought up a huge supply? Well, China has been buying up a huge supply. China's been buying up unrefined silver. And let's see here, India's charging premiums, yet here in the States you can buy 10,000. Oh, okay. Yeah, 10,000 ounces at a time. Well, and Mario doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. That's the difference between bullion and also the industrial markets. That's why they're buying it over there at a premium. And here, for us, buying silver, the premiums are lower in the physical form. And 10,000 ounces at a time. Of course, it depends on what you're talking about here. If you're talking about industrial uses here in the United States, well, I guarantee you we're probably paying some premium here too as well. for those purposes. But anyways, all right. And we've got J.M. Unleashed, number 17. Thank you. And Mark Bernard, yes, we're on Friday Night Live. Good to see you. And Matt Bittner with an algorithmic emoticon here. Thank you, Matt. Always appreciate those. Buy the dips. That's right. Dennis Niemeyer's got it. He understands. That's what we need to do. Buy those dips. Eagle Steve is here. Good to see you. And we've got Troy B. Says this. My thought is simple. Silver is the enemy of the banks. I'm not leaving my money in no bank at less than 1% interest. I would rather buy silver or gold and bury it first. Dig it when up I need it. Yep, I understand. However, Troy, I do disagree with that to some extent. Number one, thank you, Mr. Dreams. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Mr. Dreams. Here's where I disagree with you. There are ways, money market accounts, where you can earn a bit more than that. Not a whole lot more, but you can earn a little more than that in some money markets or CDs. And it's always good to have some cash ready just in case of emergency so you don't have to sell your silver. The other reason why I disagree with you is that silver market is volatile. I hate to say it, silver definitely is the enemy of the banks, and you're right, but it is at the mercy of the markets, which many people feel are influenced by the banks. And so you're not earning any interest on it either, and you are at the mercy of the premiums and the price of when you sell it as well. So I understand what you're saying. That's why I believe in holding it for the long term. And Troy probably understands that, and I hope that's what you meant by it for the long term, and that's exactly right. But anyways, very good. Okay, Jay Garza says, hypothetical, Sal, if Scott Bessent were to revalue gold to its current market price, what would happen to the silver price in your opinion? Ooh, good question. Dang, that's a tough one, man, Jay. That's a very tough one. I think it would have some impact on it, but not as much as you may think. Because, see, Jay, gold is on the books at $42.22 an ounce. That's official. That's the official price on the books from the Treasury Department. However, if they were to change it to just market price and say, we've got this gold and it's valued at this and that, and the auditors would audit it based off of the average price of gold per year, I don't know that anything would change, maybe even at all for silver, because we don't store any silver as a in our central bank or in the treasury or anything like that, other than to be used for bullion. That's the only reason why we store silver, and that's already at market price. And by the way, the gold stored for bullion is obviously stored at market price. But the gold held in the Treasury Department at Fort Knox and in New York, Fort Knox mainly, that is at $42.22. But good question. Something to think about for sure. Big Test Unit is here. And thank you again, Jay. Appreciate your question, and thank you for your super chat. Yes, indeed. There you go. I like that, ZFIL. Very good. We are stackers in a material world. And gold is a material, and so is silver. John Ganoni says, physical gold and silver to the moon. Yes, indeed. That's right. Well, it will literally go there next moon launch, but we'll see here. Jonathan Britton says the following here. Gold fell to 2,700 and gold fell 50 cents. I'm begging to think if gold goes to 4,000, silver will go up $1. I know. Many of us feel pretty jaded about that. I hear you. Matthew Crestlife is here, but he's late. No, good to see you. All right. Yeah, welcome. All right. Snake bite. I think it's good to have a couple of kilos in the stack. I don't think I've got a few kilos. I think it's good to have a few of them. I wouldn't go all crazy with them. All right. Exactly. That's right. Exactly. ZFIL. I'm with you on that. Smith's never trust the banks. Yes, indeed. That's right. In the end, we can trust what we can have and hold. But that's about it in the end, for sure. But we got to have some trust in them. Everybody does, unless you're completely unbanked, and I don't know of anyone in this community that's not completely unbanked. Pete Ryan Limerick. So, what are the recent silver low prices? 12 months ago, 22.09. 6 months, 26.50. And then up to 30.49. All prices for silver are only going up and up and up. This, by definition, is what a bull market looks like. Jeebs. And every low price silver is a buying opportunity. Make no mistake. Continue to stack silver for real value. Yep, we are in a bull market. I think you're right about that for sure. It's been going up since 2024. Ever since it hit 26.50, it's been in a bull market. And that's something I did call correctly, by the way, at that time. All right. Okay. Really cold says miners hanging in there. Yes, indeed. That's right. Yes, sir. And Jim Lewis says the following. Let's get over here to where we can be most effective. People stack for different reasons. I stack with no intention to sell a single ounce. I use it for insurance purposes. Others stack with an eye on selling to make a profit. When silver reaches their exit point, they sell. There's no right or wrong way to stack. Eventually, the price will rise and more people will buy for fear of missing out on a good deal. When people fail to realize is that a good deal is right now when everything else is selling. $30 was a psychological exit point for a lot of investors. Yep, you're right, Jim Lewis. You are right. PC Coinstar is here. Good to see you. And there's Steve LaPointe is here. And 79 is here. I've yet to see her insult me once tonight. James Madison, I got the new 1/2 and 5 Florida Goldbacks. I love the designs. Thank you, James Madison. I love the designs on them too. The 5 is definitely a banger. I like it. I'd like to get, maybe I'll get some of the lower denominations. I would like to get the whole set, but boy, it's just a lot of bank to pull out for gold foil notes. But as a collectible, it'd be kind of neat to have. Sign up says Tuesday. I forget. Well, you have to give me the context there. Sign up. I'm not sure what the context you're saying there. Why are you saying Tuesday with a question mark? David Martin says all fiat currency currently is under threat just now as China is selling American debt along with European debt. This is going to impact Trump and his tariff plans. However, I think the markets may calm as a peace treaty in Israel and Gaza comes into force, along with potentially a treaty or at least a ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine in the offing. Yes, you're right, David. Although I don't know that China is in a position to weaponize selling off the bond market as Trump has with his tariffs. But anyways, very good. A Trump stock market rally next week with the Trump inauguration. What effects on gold and silver? I think we've already had that. They know he's coming in. I don't think the stock market's going to move too much once he hits office unless he makes some major good economic announcement. I think if he declares an economic emergency, I think the stock market will actually go down if that's the case. All right, Dave, good to see Coins A to Z. Good to see you. Welcome. No, sorry, Coins A to Z. I missed seeing you there. In fact, I had one guy upset with me because I didn't answer some of his questions in the comments. And sometimes I miss some things, but there's a lot of comments and things, and I miss some stuff. So I always apologize if I don't see you. It's not a slight. This one individual decided to insult me to get my attention, which is not very nice. But anyways, let's see here. All right, but yes, good to see Coins A to Z. And we've got Silver Sleuth says central bank fractional banking system is a racket. Silver is the bank of what's happening now. Gold is the bank's foundation. I will keep depositing Federal Reserve notes into my personal branch. It's open 24/7/365. There you go. Thank you. Well said, Silver Sleuth. And Carrie Tarrant says, interesting indeed. Thank you, Carrie. Appreciate that. And let's see here. We've got Mike in Georgia. Do you see the news report from Tampa about the silver dealer in Bradenton, Florida, selling gold and silver and then not actually sending the product? No, I did not see that. Apparently he's been busted for this once before and decided to try again. Wow. Is this recent news? Well, Mike in Georgia, I'm going to hope I can remember it, but if you hear my response, if you can email me a news article about that, I'd love to know about it. Oh, thank you, Coins A to Z. Yeah, no, I appreciate you. and never want to slight anybody because I appreciate all the viewers. You guys take time to comment and be here. I try my best to respond as much, but this is one of the reasons why I do this, because I can respond to your comments. It helps me to get to most of them. Obviously, I can't get to all of them, but I do try my best. But thank you so much for understanding, and I appreciate you, Coins A to Z. You are awesome. Over here says Salivate Metal. I have heard the silver market is small. I have heard the silver markets may be manipulated, but I believe it's the first time I heard the silver market is complex. Yes, it is. It's small, and it is complex. It is. And I think this is one of the reasons why people can't really are shocked when you see it move a certain direction, because it is a pretty complex market. I think it's more complex than most markets because it's got the derivatives that are tied to both the industrial side, the technology side, the medical side, and the precious metal side. And then you have the overall, the futures, the options, all that stuff. And you've got the physical bullion market as well, which is its own animal. All right, very good. All right, 890 Max, thank you for being here. Thanks for popping in tonight. All right, and we've got Dean R. says, Burl Lives was a stacker. He loved silver and gold. That's right, exactly. Silver and gold, silver and gold. That was a direct quote from Burl Lives. And no, I'm kidding. It's not a direct quote. And I didn't do it exactly the way he sang it either. But anyways. All right, Michael K. says, good morning, Sal and friends. Will this year please bring me some good health and fortune, please? Yes, you deserve it, Michael K. You and your wife, your whole family, we're praying for you. I hope this year is a great year for you. Renewal, strength, good health, and fortune. Yes, indeed. All right. Mr. Dreams, I think that an investment of 10,000 ounces of silver is required to see the face of any up or down that could be least relevant. All right, yes. It'd take a lot, for sure. Mike, email is in the right there below on the screen. It's also the PayPal address, salivatemetal@gmail.com. If you ever want to know my email address, I always leave it up on the stream. There, so you can see it on the screen, the lower part of the screen there. Savings Now says, I keep hearing about the supply shortage in physical silver amounting to millions of ounces per year. But premiums for physical keep going down. I can't reconcile these two in my mind. Worth an entire video. I've talked about it in many of my videos, Savings Now. You probably are new here, but I've explained the exact reason why that is the case. Physical silver bullion is down because not many people are buying. More people are selling it than buying it. The spot price of silver has been going up because, in part, not all the reason, but because of the supply shortage in industrial silver. Silver used in the things that I talked about just a moment ago. Industry, science, technology, and the like. That is what's happening. That's why that's occurring. People are not buying silver these days. Price is still going up. The leader says, look at the monthly chart. Has also been recording price movements for the last few hours. What's SmackDown? The leader, it's SmackDown for today. And price movements and it's been down for today, but yes. All right. But over the month, it's been doing pretty good. We're over $30. But this is about the Friday SmackDown. Justin Sartain. When people are mad at silver, that usually signals a bottom, in my opinion. You can get silverware at Macy's brand new. I'm super excited about silver, but I have been saying that for 10 years now. Great video, thank you. Yes, indeed, Justin, that's right. That's cool. So you can get it at Macy's. Of course, I don't have a Macy's where I'm at, but that's cool. It's good to know. I think Macy's is in trouble, I think, as well, too. But anyway, yeah. And Big Test Unit says a new John Wick movie is coming out. I have yet to see the fourth installment. All right, very good. Tony Erickson is here. Welcome, Tony. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. And by the way, Tony, thanks for the emails, brother. I appreciate that. The one you sent me, I had been researching that literally about 5 minutes before I got your email on it. I might do a video on that. Gary, do you think retail stacking of silver gold is being overshadowed by crypto? It's just the old versus new thing. I think in part it is, but I think they're almost two different. I think there is some overlap and being overshadowing there to some extent. But I think it's a very different. I think they're different enough. Really, the only thing that that's similar to crypto and gold and silver is the fact that they're decentralized. I think that's really pretty much about it. Anyways, a great way to display a bunch of slab coins, a Bullicano. To actually display them for view, there are probably cases you can get, display cases you can get where you can put them on. Probably Amazon has some of those if you want to display some of those. There's probably multi-tier display cases that you can get for those types of things. Yeah. Or you could contract with Cybercurtain Twitcher. He could probably make you one. He could probably make you a multi-level case. Cybercurtain Twitcher is a premier woodworker and has made cases or displays for coins. You might want to reach out to Cybercurtain Twitcher, who is inside of this chat right now. I don't want to put him on the spot, but it might be something to consider. Brown Dog Prospecting. Why am I broke at the moment? Thanks, Uncle Sal. Oh, man, I hear you, brother. Yep. I would never buy something if you're broke, can't afford to do it. But yes, indeed. All right. Cybercurtain Twitcher, thanks for your continued insight into the precious metal market, Sal. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you, your loyal viewership and kindness for sure. Yep, there you go. And that Matthew Crustlife is exactly right. He's holding his metals, only sold a bit at a time to make more money and buy it back. And that's a good way to do it. If you can leverage it to that end, that's wonderful. There are strategic ways to sell, and there's as well as strategic ways to buy. But when you look at it as a savings account, that really puts it into perspective. Matthew Crestlife is right. All right, there we go. Richard Metcalf, is anyone in the community of PM content creators deserves the viewers? It's you. No hype, just useful information. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Richard Metcalf. Very, very kind of you. I'm honored and humbled for your viewership, and it means a lot to me that you're here. All right. I know you don't think the Tomahawk missile uses 500 ounces of silver. What do you think a standard 42-unit rack of AI equipment in a data center uses? You know, I have no clue because I don't know exactly what is in it. I guess that's 52 towers. I don't even know how much silver is in a tower, and there's probably souped up computers. I have no idea. Probably a lot. I'm sure a lot. All right, very good. I'm sure quite a lot. All right. One thing I do know, I know how much silver is in a 1,000-ounce bar. You could ask me that question. I can be able to spit that number out in a heartbeat. I also know how much silver is in a kilo-size bar too. All right, very good, very good. Let's see here. All right. Let's get back over here. Brad Lewis. Hope everybody's having a good day, and be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Well, thank you. Yes, the thumbs up do help for sure. Appreciate it. Show Sal some love and hit the thumbs up button. Thanks, Sal, for everything you do. Appreciate all you do. Thank you, Brad. I really do appreciate that. The thumbs up do help, and it doesn't cost anything but a whole bunch of your energy. I mean, it takes an exuberant amount of your energy to press the thumbs up button, and for that I apologize. There's only so much I can do about it. And that is one of the biggest thing I can do to save that energy is to tell you not to press the thumbs up button, but I'd rather you expend the energy to do it. That's right. Yo, I know, Matthew Cross. I would just have a little fun with that. It's a kilo. There's a kilo worth of silver in there. 1,000 grams. I know. I'm just having a little fun. All right. Let's see here. Paul Sargent. Hey, Sal. We could use a dip. I wish you luck on your 100K quest. Thank you. Yes, trying my best. I just subscribed and I feel better already and lucky. Well, thank you, Paul. Well, he says It says here you've been subscribed for 5 months, but thank you for subscribing 5 months ago. I really appreciate that. Very much appreciate that. All right. 74 likes, says 88 the Great, nickel stacking. All right, thank you. And Mike Strange is here. He pressed a thumbs up. Thank you, Mike Strange. Appreciate that very much. And Teliel, I'm disappointed that our other scammers didn't call us. Very good. A Wu-Tang Clan song. Okay, Wu-Tang Clan. Cool, thank you. Dealers have to report transactions over 10K in Australia. Price of gold here is $4,371. So 2 and a bit is reportable. If keeping transactions off the book feels important to me, should I be looking at more fractional to make it easier in the future? Yes. Yes. Indeed. All right. And thank you, Crazy Dan. He says, thanks for making your efforts with silver content videos. Always like watching and listening to your viewpoints. Thank you. I appreciate that. Dan, means a lot to me. Appreciate it very much. Dan's Web. Hey, Sal, do you pick and set up your own displays? Favorite part of your videos? Yes, I do, and thank you for noticing. It does take time to get to pull the silver and gold out of storage and what pieces I'm going to use and how I'm going to display them. So thank you for noticing that. It's an effort to try to keep people engaged and watching the channel because I don't do a lot of fancy edits or anything like that. But very good. So thank you. I appreciate that very, very much. All right. Yeah. Let's see here. F-37 Metal. Don't pay any attention to the banker behind the curtain. Keep stacking. There you go. Exactly right. Don't lose those diamond hands. Well said. PC Coinstar was first on this video, the SmackDown video. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And Kookaburra Man, where do you sell these at a decent price? Are they hard sell or would you get ripped off from its true value? I'm not as familiar with the currency market, but likely eBay will probably be the best place to go. I don't know that gold silver swap's going to allow currency or not. May have to ask them, but anyways, very good. Let's see here, but yeah, good question, and I don't know. Good stuff. There is probably networks for currency. Coin shows is one place I definitely would go. We're going to get them for a decent price, but yes, indeed. All right. Let's refresh some of these quickly here. And Steve C., having more cash on hand is a goal this year, or also buying in the dips and deals. Yes, good strategy, Steve C. And 79 said hello to me with a smiley face. I caught her in a good mood. That's nice. Thank you. All right. Kookaburra Man says, let's go 100K and thumbs up. Thank you. Appreciate that. The Friday SmackDown. As sure as the sun rising and setting. We have had notable exceptions in the past several months, though, on that. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see what Peter Ryan Limerick says here. In November, the U.S. debt clock had a dollar to silver gold ratio at 7.3. Today, it's up 7.74. Why? Mined silver is falling and gold rising. Silver mined 24 by Silver Institute with all these numbers. So the mine ratio should be 6.6. What is going on? More manipulation. I don't know. I think these numbers and these ratios shifting and moving around shows you how complex the market is. Because not everything is going to be lockstep with everything else, with all the different variables. P. Ryan Limerick, the best answer to that question is going to be this, and that is that that there's been times when silver's been moved because of the dollar index, because of the bond market, both of which are absolutely independent of what you just mentioned here, and also the Japanese bond market. Yeah, there was a time when it did that. Very good. All right. And Zephiel, where was the wire wheel in this video? Harbor Freight grinding disc removed copper spots very quickly from gold coins as well. Remember, your time is money. That would be a very quick way to remove them for sure, if you remember that. Roller coaster. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Roller coaster. By the way, did anybody notice that I strategically did not say hello back 279 when she said hi. I just completely just kind of shifted the discussion to something else. I just mentioned that she was in a good mood, but I did not say hi back. That was her strategic move. See, I'm like 7 steps ahead of everybody else. I know what I'm doing here on the channel for sure. All right. I'm very good. And let's see here. Pat's Bird says, I really enjoy silver. I love to hold and look at it. That's what she said. But I really don't think the price of silver will go up by much from where it is now. If you pay over spot, when you sell under spot. It's not an investment, it's a hobby, and one I enjoy. Well, not only is it a hobby, and in fact, it's more than that, it is a hedge against inflation. It does take some time, but you enjoy it, that's good. But the more you hold on to it, you're going to see it. It's not just a hobby, it's a hedge against inflation. Very good. All right, it is a hedge against inflation. Very good. Market price in BU, peace dollars. Good question. I don't know. I really don't keep up with with those. You probably might want to ask your dealer what gray sheet is, or Bull Ocano. Even better way is to go to eBay sale completed listings. Although with eBay raising their fees, they may be a place you're not going to find some of those coins any much longer. Their fees are very high, and their service is not so great, and so. But go to completed listings for that grade and peace dollars and subtract 13%, maybe even more than that, maybe 15%, average the numbers together, that's your market price for any kind of numismatic coin. That's the way you do it. Master Blaster, Monday's not looking good for our government or big city dwellers, many protesters. Well, we shall see. We shall see. They're having the actual ceremony indoors, but we'll see what happens. Well, folks, this has been fun. You guys have been great, but I'm going to have to cut you guys off. Hey, you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much, and hope you have a wonderful evening, and appreciate you being here tonight. We're going to be back here. You're going to want to stay tuned Sunday night. You're going to want to stay tuned here Sunday night because, real quickly here, before I move further, I got to address one comment. Real quick before I go, don't leave yet. Ed 435. If I've done something to offend you, contact me at salivatemetal@gmail.com. We can try to work it out. And see, there's if I love constructive criticism, as I've told you guys before, but I'll say it again. Constructive is the key word here. There's ways to some people's approach, and I'm going to, I don't care if somebody's been here, has super chatted or what have you. If somebody's rude, well, I'll probably respond in kind. But if it's constructive and they can be poignant on their criticism, but they can be respectful too. So tell me what I did wrong, and let's work it out. Email me, and I would send that to anybody. And if you don't know what my email address, and it's at the bottom of this screen and all my live streams, but yes. So there it is. Very good. But I ended up deleting his comment because it was crass and it was rude. But I normally don't do that for constructive criticism. But I did get the comment. But Ed, nobody else saw that comment. No one else saw that comment. So email me. Let's work it out, Ed. I think that's his name. Yes, let's see here. Where is it? Yeah. Anyways, all right, very good. All right, enough on that. You guys are great, wonderful. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Take care.